Welcome to the Goalbusters Expert Peak Productivity Tips podcast, where top business experts get just 7 minutes to answer 5 rapid-fire questions about what they do and how they stay productive. Each episode is packed with actionable insights to help boost your efficiency and achieve your goals. Let's dive in and unlock the secrets to peak performance. Well, hello everyone. My name is Robin J. Emden, and I am the creator and author of the Get Resultsology system and a dedicated accountability coach. My mission is to empower solopreneurs to unlock their true potential, boost their income, and achieve extraordinary success by maximizing productivity, streamlining their businesses, and aligning their goals with their authentic vision and purpose. So, if you're ready to turn ambition into action and transform your goals into reality, then you're in exactly the right place. And speaking of being in exactly the right place, I'm delighted to welcome today Poulomi Basu. Poulomi is a brand and content strategist turned solo founder and the creator of the brand AI content system, a signature framework that helps founders create strategic, high-converting content that reflects their brand. With 17 plus years of experience working with both small businesses and global brands like L'Oreal and Unilever, plus 2 years deep in the world of AI content creation, Poulomi knows exactly how overwhelming content can be when you're also running a business. Her mission is to help founders train AI to create and scale on-brand content consistently without burnout. So, if you felt stuck with content or frustrated by generic AI output, this conversation is going to be for you. Poulomi, welcome to Goalbusters.
Thank you so much, and thanks for having me here.
You're very welcome. And whereabouts in the world are you, Poulomi?
Right now, I'm based in the Netherlands, in a city called Maastricht.
Oh, fantastic. Yes, I think we've heard of Maastricht. It's famous for its treaty over here, isn't it? So,
Yes.
I'm sure it's famous for plenty of other things as well. Okay, shall we do the questions?
Of course.
All right, let's get the clock up on the screen and we'll get started. And there it goes. Poulomi, could you please tell us, please, who is your ideal client?
So I mostly work with founders who have expert or service-based businesses. So accountants, coaches, designers, lawyers, insurance professionals. But I get more specific in that where they are actually creating content for their business or they want to create content. And most likely they are using some kind of AI tool to create it because that's in today's world, that's like the easiest place to start. Ask ChatGPT what to write and it gives you something. But it's not very strategic, it's very ad hoc, and they need some help, creating content in a very structured and systematic way to grow their business.
Okay, that's very clear and very interesting to hear too. So you've already alluded to it in some detail, but could you go a little bit more into the problem that you solve, please?
Yes. So most of us solo founders, we are running our businesses, we are creating content. And when we want to create something, if you don't know what to write and we stare at a blank page, we just go to ChatGPT, put in some random prompt, it gives a random idea and you get a generic output, right? But then they think, oh, this is not converting, this is not working, this is getting nowhere. And they either leave or they get burnt out and overwhelmed, right? So, and that is where this, my solution comes in, like my brand AI content system, which helps them solve that. So you get content that's strategic, authentic, tied to your offers, and it's also fast to create because that is the how do you say the golden the trinity. That's what you need to make content work for your business because you're not just creating for the heck of it. You want it to get in leads and sales, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Absolutely right. So, Poulomi, what is one valuable free action that the audience can implement that will help them to solve these problems?
So this is where the crux of my system lies, okay? So this is where I call it the brand content system, where you set up a custom GPT. So don't do generic chat GPT, set up a custom GPT or Claude project if you're using, and train it train it, train it, train it. There are three things that you can train it on. First of all is your brand, which includes your offer, your positioning, your story, your audience. What are your audience's challenges? How can you solve those challenges? So that's everything about your brand. People think brand is tone of voice, but it's not just that, right? A brand is so much more than that. Secondly, is give it a conversion driven strategy. So, what does your funnel look like? What does your content pillars look like? What kind of ideas are you going to have? What are your call to actions? So that when this custom GPT creates content for you, it considers your output, it considers your brand, and it considers your content strategy and your offer, and it blends them together to make you, show up as a perfect solution for the problem that they're having, and then tell them what are you going to do next, guide them to your free resource, ask them to contact you for a consultation. So it pre-packages everything and gives it to you, so you don't have to do that. And the third is give it workflows. So in my content system, I have pre-built workflows that is included in the custom GPT. So how do you create a LinkedIn post? How do you create an email template? How do you create a YouTube script? Everything is there. So you just go and say, write a LinkedIn post. It will know exactly what to do. So you don't have to sit and edit and rewrite and create from scratch every single time. So first thing first, set up a custom GPT, tell it what to do, and then on an ongoing basis, keep training it, keep giving it feedback, giving it your finished posts, your finished content, and tell it why this is better, right? I also have feedback loops built in so that before it gives you the content, ChatGPT itself will go and check if it has followed every single one of your criteria, and only then it will give you the output. Because when you create a system like that, not just create content with ChatGPT, but you create a system like that, and then it reduces so much of your hours, and you actually can get content that works for your business.
Whoa. Okay. You didn't just answer that question. You just gave us a masterclass. That was fantastic. Thank you. I was hanging on every word there. So I explained to you before the call, I'm right where I need to be in terms of looking at content creation. And you've just given me so much information and powerful information for our audience. Thank you so much. So
Awesome.
now that we have a better understanding of what you do, a much better understanding, or a little bit about what you do, let's dive into goal busting, which is focusing on how to maximize productive time to achieve business goals. So, Poulomi, could you share any tips or advice for someone looking to improve their productivity habits? And I have a suspicion it might have something to do with AI.
Yes, and systems. Because that's the thing, when solo founders, we are wearing so many different hats, right? We are doing admin, we are doing content, we are running a business, we're talking to our clients. Yes, we can get some help, on and off over there, but mostly a lot of founders do a lot of things themselves. So if you build systems for everything, then your work becomes so much more streamlined. And use AI to do that. AI is really, I think, most of us are just scratching the surface. I know AI, but I don't even know 10% of a lot of what other people know, and a lot of what AI is capable of, right? So you really go into the, deep trenches in your custom GPT, talk to your AI, tell it to help you where you need, and create a system for you and stick to it. A system doesn't have to be very complicated. It could also be, have a lot of templates that, AI can refer to. It has a lot of examples. It has a lot of, pre-built tasks. So just to streamline everything. And the other thing that I have, I know you asked me for one, but I think the other thing is go with your energy. And I'm a very spiritual person. And for me, it's like when I'm tired, when I'm exhausted, that's not the right time to create content, because then you're just going to be just in despair because it's not getting there and you don't know what to write, and just leave it. When you're feeling charged up, when you've had a client conversation and you're feeling motivated, that's when you sit down, work with your AI half an hour, get the things that you need, get the content that you need, or any other processes as well. This is what helps me and works for me every time. I even use AI as my business coach.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Well, we're nearly out of time, but I'm not going to let you go because I've still got one question left. And that is, could I ask you, please, what should I have asked you today that I didn't, Poulomi? And what's your answer, please?
What is the difference between a generic ChatGPT and a custom brand AI? because when you write with ChatGPT, you would think that it's kind of close to what it is. But one thing that people don't know is that ChatGPT does not remember between chats, right? It kind of seems like it does, but it does not retain the memory. So, but a brand AI will. Right. And that is the biggest differentiator because that it's long term. Otherwise, ChatGPT is short term.
Fantastic. Wow. I'm really glad I asked you that because I didn't know the difference. And I feel like I do now, or at least I know how to find out more about it. Poulomi, that's been amazing. I meant it when I said you're delivering a masterclass there. It's going to be fun transcribing this. I think it's going to be pages and pages and pages and pages and pages of words to go through. So that'll be fun.
Use AI.
Use AI. Well, yeah, we start there, but we still have to check it. We still have to check it. And
That's
don't get me started on M dashes. I cannot stand M dashes.
Oh, I have no problem with M dashes.
I can't stand them. All right. So, Poulomi, really important final question, which is not one of the 5, but it's always the question I ask, which is how can people reach you? And also, is there like a valuable free resource they could get from you as well? Because I want people to be able to connect with you properly and get a taste of what you do.
Sure. So you can reach me in many different ways. I'm a content strategist, so I am present everywhere. I have a YouTube channel. I am there on LinkedIn. I have a website. I'm on X. I'm not very focused on X, but definitely on LinkedIn because I share a lot of content about how you can create your own brand AI and how you can create content. And also, yes, in terms of a free resource, because I know this concept is not so easy for everyone to grasp and implement, I have a 7-day training course. It's completely free. So you can sign up for that. And it also gives you free access to my school community where I have all the resources that you might need to set up and implement and train your brand AI. So you have templates and prompts and workflows. Everything is free, but you just take and you copy paste and you will have it go up and running. Right now it's free. It's not going to be free forever, but right now it's free, but the email training will stay free.
Fantastic. I'll see you there in about 10 minutes. And I'm not even joking. That's definitely where I'm going right after this call. Poulomi, that's been amazing. I'm genuinely thrilled to meet you and the content you've delivered right on topic, very topical, of course. And I'll just add my own point, which is that I've gradually become more aware of AI in terms of how I can use it in my own business. Only in the last few months, it has saved me so many hundreds, thousands of hours of work that I would otherwise be facing or have tried to get done. And I know I've only just scratched the surface. You've already revealed to me today in just 7 minutes so many things that I need to look into and improve with. So, Poulomi, that really has been a masterclass. Thank you so much for doing Goalbusters today.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure chatting with you.
Thank you, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Have a nice day.
Thanks for tuning in to Goalbusters. If you're enjoying it, please subscribe, rate and review it on your favorite podcast platform. Your support is very much appreciated. And if you're ready to boost your online profits, skyrocket your productivity, crush procrastination, and see a positive change in your bank balance, all within just 30 days, this is your opportunity. Take my free 5-day challenge at www.skyrocketyourproductivitychallenge.com.